Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Desire Dialogues. It's your girl, sex coach Lauren. Welcome back to the show, and welcome to my new listeners. Today, we're going to bust some of the most persistent, damaging, and honestly exhausting myths regarding orgasms. Because, along the way, pleasure got rules, and it got timelines, and it got these expectations that most bodies were never designed to actually meet. So, this episode is about freedom. I really want this episode with my intention to be about normalizing your body, about giving you permission to experience pleasure your way, not the way that movies, porn, or outdated sex ed told you that it should look like. So take a deep breath, unclench your jaw, and let's get into it. Myth number 1. Everyone orgasms the same way. Come on, let's stop pretending that there's one right way to climax. It's really, it can be really damaging. It's really hard to meet that. It really is. So some people moan. Some people are silent. Some cry, right? Some feel it in their toes. Some feel it in their chest or their belly, or their whole freaking nervous system just lights up. There really is no universal orgasm blueprint, right? And I want you to know that only you have your unique pleasure pattern. And if it doesn't look like anyone else's, congratulations. Your body is working exactly as it was designed. Myth number 2. You have to have an orgasm for sex to be satisfying. If orgasm is the main event, right? What is everything else? Is it just filler? You know what I mean? Breath, play, connection, touch. Those are sex. It's all sex. Yeah, orgasms are wonderful, but they're not the sole measure of pleasure or success, right? It's a cherry on top, not the entire sundae. Myth number 3. Penetration alone should be enough. All right, let's talk biology, okay? And I get it. And if you think this, totally understand. And I hope you're open-minded to hear out what I have to say. Roughly 75% of vulva owners do not orgasm from penetration alone. It's not because they're broken. That's because of anatomy. So the clitoris is this fantastic piece of genitalia that is only having one purpose, all right? Its only purpose is to provide pleasure. There's actually no reproductive responsibility of the clitoris, And the thing is, the clitoris isn't optional when it comes to sex. It's actually central. If it's being skipped, the main attraction is being ignored, all right? The clitoris is where most of those nerve endings are. And the reason why penetration or intercourse is satisfying is because the clitoris is actually like a wishbone. So think about it with the 2 legs. The bulbous tips are actually right at the vaginal opening. So penetration can actually rub against the tips. And if you're doing that cool bump and grind, the pressure of pushing against the clitoris externally really, really hones in on the fun. So the clitoris has to be the main attraction there. So myth number 4. Only men can orgasm multiple times. Who started this? So vulva owners can absolutely have multiple orgasms when you have the right space, the right safety, and the right type of arousal. So think waves, not fireworks. One rises, falls, and then another can follow. Myth number 5. Orgasms are easy if you're doing it right. Oh my goodness. So orgasm is not a button that you press. It's more of a response that's built. You build it up. Bodies are complex. Nervous systems matter, and as well as contacts. So if it takes time or doesn't happen every time, that is normal, not a failure. Myth number 6. If you don't orgasm, something is wrong with you. Oh, this myth is so cruel. There's so many things that influence being able to have an orgasm, like hormones, medication, trauma, stress, life seasons. Pleasure is still valid even without climax, and you are not broken. Myth number 7. You can tell somebody had an orgasm by how they act. Well, people fake it a lot, right? Performance is not pleasure. And real orgasms don't always look obvious or dramatic. So instead of assuming, you're invited to ask, all right? Check in. Be curious, not, presumptuous or cocky or assuming, right? Myth number 8. Orgasms should be explosive and dramatic. Well, some orgasms are fireworks, right? Others are like soft and warm, like sinking into a bath, right? Both count. Both are real. There really is this full spectrum of sensation that we really talk about or maybe give homage to, all right? It's there. It happens all the time. We get that a lot of like all or nothing thinking. And I understand because I've done it as well. It's totally normal. Myth number 9. All orgasms feel the same. Oh my goodness gracious, not even close. I want you to think of them like cocktails, right? Different ingredients, different effects. You can have clitoral, G-spot, nipple, blended, anal, energetic. Oh, the list goes on. Definitely check out my different types of orgasms episode 13. So myth number 10. Once you figure it out, it'll always work the same way. Oh, goodness gracious, no. Because our bodies evolve. What worked at 20 years old may not work at 40, which may not work at 60, which may not work at 80. Hormones shift, emotions shift, life shifts, your sexual taste buds shift, ever evolving, ever changing. Pleasure is a living, changing conversation. All right, it's not a destination you arrive at just once. Myth number 11. Men always orgasm during sex. False. Many men don't climax, and not because they're not turned on. There's things like expectations, medication, anxiety, and pressure that can block pleasure. So let's stop assuming and start communicating. Myth number 12. Using toys means you're broken or you're cheating. I get it. I've heard this a couple times in my almost 13 years now of selling romance enhancement products, aka sex toys, right? Tools like toys make things so much easier, okay? So let's avoid carpal tunnel. They're not replacements. They're enhancements, It's like they mean curiosity, not failure. They mean adding extra variety on this buffet of pleasure. My fingers can't vibrate like that. My partner's tongue can't, suckle in the way some toys do. What if it's just giving you options? If something can be inserted in a hole somewhere, right? And then you have other hands to touch other things, right? It's like the threesome without the drama. So when you're with a partner, it's collaboration, not competition. It's adding in to the sensations, not taking away from the partnership. Myth number 13. Masturbation ruins partnered sex. Actually, it often improves it. So because solo pleasure teaches you what your body likes, that way you can communicate it more clearly. So masturbation is a gift. It's not a threat. Myth number 14. Queer sex is less orgasmic. Actually, the data says otherwise. Queer women report higher orgasm rates than straight women. Why, you may ask? More communication, more focus on clitoral pleasure, and less pressure. Interesting, right? Myth number 15. Orgasms happen in the genitals. Actually, they start in the brain. Your thoughts, emotions, and your nervous system actually lead the entire experience, and the body follows. So pleasure is mental, emotional, and physical. Myth number 16. If you really love someone, orgasms will be automatic. Oh, good gosh, golly, what a bunch of crock of bullshit, right? Love is beautiful, but it's not a sexual skill, okay? Orgasms require communication, time, trust, technique, setting, context. Oh my goodness, so much more too, right? That's a whole different episode. So love alone isn't enough for most bodies, and that is okay, and that is normal. Myth number 17. Porn shows what real orgasms look like. Well, no. Porn shows performances. Real orgasms are often quieter, messier, and definitely not like camera ready at all times. Please do not compare your body to somebody who is acting. Myth number 18. Men don't fake orgasms. Haha, they do. Sometimes to avoid awkwardness, sometimes from fatigue, sometimes from pressure. And ejaculation is actually not always proof of climax. Myth number 19. This one is really harmful. This one's really harmful. You should orgasm quickly. Listen, quickies are fun, but they're not a requirement. And for many people, especially vulva owners, arousal is a slow simmer. All right? It's definitely not a race. When it's a race and there's expectation, it actually makes it much less likely for orgasm to even occur. So, let your body set the pace. There are no rules. Myth number 20. We have made it. Talking about orgasm ruins the mood. Well, actually, I'm going to definitely disagree here because communication doesn't kill desire. It feeds it. Talking about what you want help create that. It creates that confidence, right? To be able to ask, to be able to talk about it, to create safety there, right? And gives you a deeper connection because then that other person or persons, right, whoever's there, can figure out, you give them space to lean in and like go meet you there to help you, help you reach that orgasm. So silence is not sexy, all right? Clarity is. Oh, my friends, if this episode challenged something you believed, if it made you exhale, if it made you feel more normal in your body, did this episode or the show earn 5 stars or a thumbs up? If it did, please take a moment to do that now. Rate, review the show. It really helps this message reach more people who enjoy permission to enjoy their bodies without shame, who need pleasure and sexual education that they did not get in grade school. And it really helps me continue to create this without charging you for it. And remember, my friends, your pleasure is not a performance. It's a relationship with yourself first. I'll see you in the next episode. Be well, be orgasmic. Don't fake it.